The wedding hall fell completely silent the moment the groom disappeared. Hundreds of guests stood frozen in disbelief as whispers spread from one corner of the room to another. The bride, dressed in a beautiful white gown she had dreamed of wearing since childhood, remained standing at the altar with tears filling her eyes, trying to stay strong while her entire world collapsed around her. No one knew what to do. Some people looked away in embarrassment, while others secretly recorded the heartbreaking moment on their phones. Watching my best friend suffer the greatest humiliation of her life shattered something inside me. I knew that if nobody stood beside her at that moment, the pain would follow her forever. Before we continue, if you believe kindness, loyalty, and second chances can change someone's life, please take a moment to like this video, share it with your friends, leave a comment telling us where you're watching from, and subscribe to Love and Destiny so you never miss another emotional story that reminds us hope is never truly lost. My name is Michael, and the woman standing at the altar was my best friend, Hannah. We had known each other since elementary school, surviving every stage of life together. She was the person who celebrated my victories, encouraged me through my failures, and never stopped believing in me even when I struggled to believe in myself. There had never been romance between us because life carried us in different directions. She met the man she believed was the love of her life, and I genuinely wanted her happiness more than anything. I even helped decorate the wedding hall the night before, convinced that this would become the happiest day of her life. Instead, it became the most painful. The groom vanished only minutes before the ceremony. His phone was switched off, his family had disappeared, and eventually the terrible truth surfaced. He had run away after deciding he wasn't ready for marriage. He left behind nothing but a short message filled with excuses. While everyone else criticized him, none of those words could erase the humiliation Hannah felt standing alone in front of everyone she loved. As she lowered her bouquet and tried to walk away, I stepped toward her. My heart pounded harder than it ever had before. I gently took her trembling hand and looked at her with complete sincerity. I quietly told her that she would never have to leave that room alone because she deserved dignity, respect, and someone who would stand beside her when life became unbearable. I promised that no matter what happened next, she would always have a true friend walking with her. The guests watched as I escorted Hannah away from the altar with her parents on either side. No dramatic wedding took place that day. Instead, something far more meaningful happened. The applause that filled the hall wasn't celebrating a marriage. It was celebrating compassion. In the middle of heartbreak, kindness became stronger than embarrassment. The weeks that followed were difficult. Hannah refused to leave her house. She ignored messages, avoided mirrors, and convinced herself everyone pitied her. Every day after work I stopped by with dinner, groceries, or simply quiet company. Sometimes we watched old movies without speaking. Sometimes we sat on the porch until the sun disappeared beyond the trees. Healing wasn't fast, but little by little she began smiling again. Months passed before she finally laughed the way she used to. That laugh reminded me of every childhood memory we had shared. I realized something that had quietly grown inside me over the years. I didn't simply care about Hannah because she was my best friend. I loved the strength hidden beneath her kindness, the courage behind her smile, and the way she always found reasons to help others even after her own heart had been broken. Still, I said nothing. The last thing she needed was another complicated relationship. My only goal was to help her rebuild the confidence someone else had destroyed. Life slowly found its rhythm again. Hannah returned to teaching children at the local elementary school, where every afternoon she came home with stories about students who reminded her that hope still existed. I continued working as an architect, and every weekend we volunteered together renovating homes for struggling families. Helping other people somehow helped us heal ourselves. Nearly a year after the wedding disaster, Hannah invited me to the same church where everything had fallen apart. The building looked peaceful instead of painful. Sunlight poured through the stained glass windows, painting colorful reflections across the empty pews. She admitted that returning there had terrified her, but she wanted to prove that one terrible memory didn't have the power to define her entire future. Standing in that quiet sanctuary, I realized there would never be a perfect moment to tell her how I truly felt. I confessed that watching her suffer had shown me something I had ignored for years. Somewhere between childhood adventures, late-night conversations, shared dreams, and difficult seasons, my friendship had become something deeper. I explained that I never expected an answer that day because our friendship mattered more than anything else. I simply wanted her to know the truth. Tears rolled down Hannah's face again, but this time they carried relief instead of heartbreak. She admitted she had started seeing me differently during the months after the wedding, when I never asked for anything in return and simply stayed beside her through every difficult day. She said trust had become more valuable than grand romantic promises, and I had earned that trust one ordinary day at a time. Our relationship didn't begin with fireworks or dramatic declarations. It began with patience, honesty, and countless small acts of kindness. We spent another year growing together before deciding to get engaged. There was no rush because real love never needed to prove itself overnight. When our wedding day finally arrived, the church looked completely different from the painful memory we both carried. Family and friends filled every seat, but this time there were no whispers of pity. There were smiles, laughter, and overwhelming joy. Hannah walked toward me with complete confidence, knowing the man waiting for her wasn't there because life had forced him to stay. I was there because choosing her had become the easiest decision of my life. The ceremony was simple, beautiful, and deeply emotional. Instead of expensive decorations, we filled the church with photographs from our years of friendship. Every picture reminded everyone present that lasting love is often built on years of trust rather than a single magical moment. Today, whenever people ask how our love story began, we never say it started at a wedding. We say it started long before that, with 2 children who learned the value of loyalty, kindness, and always showing up for each other. The heartbreaking day at the altar didn't create our love. It simply revealed what had been quietly growing all along. If this story touched your heart, please support Love and Destiny by liking this video, sharing it with someone who believes in true friendship, subscribing to the channel, and letting us know your thoughts because your support allows us to keep bringing stories that inspire hope. Before we finish, please leave a comment below and tell us, do you believe the strongest marriages begin with friendship? As Hannah and I left the church hand in hand, I realized that life doesn't always rescue us from heartbreak immediately. Sometimes it simply places the right person beside us while we find the strength to stand again. The greatest love stories are not the ones without pain. They are the ones where someone chooses to stay when everyone else walks away, proving that loyalty, patience, and genuine kindness can transform even the darkest chapter into the beginning of a beautiful new life.